was March 2013. The Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast was born. Two men decided to come together to create something so unique, so funny, to bring laughter to the world and transcend time. Roll on 52 weeks, and the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast has created a revolution. The time has come. March 23rd, 2014. The Sunday Segue Evolution begins now. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. Hello, everyone.
It's a celebration. Sorry.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. It is Sunday. It is episode motherfucking 52. It is the 1 year anniversary show, and I am the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the one man with still no blood clot Instagram, Kinny Killa, and you know I'm always kicking that shiznits with the Welsh wizard, the Newport Knight, the hashtag tech guy himself, the gal them sugar, Sugs.
Yo, yo, yo.
And people, today we can't do this without our brother, Jason Clarkson.
What's going on? It's finally happening.
It is finally happening, because on the show today we have King Bingus is in the building, people.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning. It's actually happening, Bingus. Bingus and Jason on the same show.
It's happened. It's just a long time in the waiting, but here we are.
So,
birthday show, no less.
Bingus, this is Jason. Jason, this is Bingus.
It's kind of hard to keep up two voices at once.
But yeah, it's only on the anniversary, man. It has to be done for the anniversary. Oh God, I'm excited than a motherfucker. Yeah, Shugs, we done it. We made it. 52 episodes, 1 year.
It's been emotional. Totes emotion. It's been hard. We lost a few episodes along the way, but we made it. 52 in the bag, eating up my hard drive space.
Yeah, I hear you on that one, man. But who would have thought it, man? Who would have thought? You know, people may have thought, oh, what's this mad thing these guys are doing? You know, oh, it's not going to last after, 10 episodes, 20 episodes. We're here 52 episodes later. And it all started because of our love for the podcast, way back.
No. You lot kept talking about wrestling at work and getting cussed. So you thought, let's put it on a platform where nobody will make fun of us.
Yeah, but also, truth be told, it all started with Jimmy Corderas, Arno Ocal, and Norm Souza, the Zooms, all of those, man. And, we connected on that podcast level. And then, here comes the Sunday Segue, which was named by Shugs, by the way. So, all credit to Shugs.
Of course. You're not going to come up with nothing like that, are you?
No, because I end up coming up with shit like Jace the Ace Clarkson.
Exactly. Wash out names.
Dead man names. Bingus, man, what you been up to? I know you've been working hard, but how you been?
Yeah, as always, man. I'm other than real life work, I'm cracking on some podcasts of my own, getting a load of editing done, learning the curves there. And it's going to start using that hashtag for Sexy Boy Number 1, which isn't for you, Jace. It is for HBK, mate.
Damn.
Jace, I saw you last night. Kicking the breeze. You know how we do. Typical
that 2-piece of chicken.
That stereotypical black man stuff. Playing FIFA whilst eating chicken. And I beat you on FIFA, but we decided to take it to the streets, and then you kicked my ass like Guitar Hero.
Of course.
So yeah, but obviously we're here, episode 52. Let's get into the show. We got a lot going on today. So all the Twitter people out there, make sure you follow us on Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue, Segue Start, SEGUE. Also, please email us at sundaysegue@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch, listen, and kind of watch all of our old episodes on there. Rate us on iTunes, please. We need to know that people are feeling us. Podomatic, Stitcher Radio, which I have now downloaded, and don't forget to download that Double Twist player plus Sunday Segue app. Go to apps.appmakr.com, search Sunday Segue, press the download button. I'm not Michael Cole, it's Kinny Killa. Just press that shit and download the app, alright? So we're gonna go to shout outs. Let's go to Twitter. Alright, we have a few shout outs. Again, people, if I miss you, then I'm sorry. We'll make sure you get in next time. But here go the shout outs. So, shout out to Barry Allen Knapp, Marie, that's @_menu of honor, Candice Emily, Cody Boyd, Madison Taylor Welsh, Danny TNA, pro poker player Dale Phillips, Shooter McGavin, and Daryl Eve. So those are the shout outs, people. As always, Bingus, do you want to give a shout out?
Yeah, I'll give out a shout out to a couple of IWC friends, Bunny Suicider, Wrestling Cron, Sunday Seg. You heard of those guys? All appearing on my soon-to-be KBW IWC HOF. That's a short title. And yeah, man, it's been a pleasure having you all aboard, and yeah, can't wait to see where it goes.
Nice. Jace, any shout outs?
I want to shout out my alter ego, Bingus, just real quick. You know, just shouting out. It's been. Do you know, Kenny? How many months have you been trying to get this to happen? I'm genuinely excited for today's show.
Oh my God! Listen, since probably December last year, been trying to get you guys. I put you on multiple shows. That's the thing. I booked you on multiple shows, and then obviously the move happened, so that couldn't happen and stuff. But I'm excited because I'm looking forward to Bingus biscuits being thrown with a little sprinkle of douchebaggery on top. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's cook them up.
Shugs, any shout outs?
Nah, no shades.
No shout outs. Okay. Before we get into Raw, Shugs and everyone, I just want to talk about WWE Slam City. Have you seen the adverts?
Yeah.
I've seen the adverts.
Yeah, it looks shit.
Is anyone gonna watch any of them?
No.
Is this idea as whack as it looks?
Yeah.
Why do you reckon they decided to go down this route?
I reckon it's just them continuing to reach out to the youngers, really, innit? So they're trying to join those that their parents might not necessarily let them be into wrestling too tough.
Mm.
So it's just kind of reaching out to that extra, the demographic or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
It's trying to reach out a bit further, I guess.
I mean, I didn't see it coming, It's a weird idea, but yeah, obviously it's not for us. They don't have the platform of Saturday, Saturday morning slam to show it on now, so they're just like, yeah, we'll just put it in between, us adults watching the wrestling. But yeah, we'll just see what happens with that if they make any more, because I'm hearing they made one with CM Punk and they're gonna have to roll with it anyway. So that'll be interesting to see. So people, let's just roll straight into Raw now. Segment 1, Triple H, Batista, Randy Orton, Shugs. We start Raw. Triple H coming out with his fucking big nose, looking like Danny DeVito playing the Penguin in Batman Returns. Fucking running down Bryan and Batista. Comes out standing there looking. Batista coming out looking like fucking Majin Buu from fucking Dragon Ball Z. With his bald head. Then Orton comes out, starts kissing ass as usual. What was your thought to the this start of Raw and then the storyline build from this segment?
I just think that we're always complaining about the same thing, about like Triple H getting involved in the storyline, having the feeling like he needs to be there, he needs to be part of everything, and he's just looks like he's made himself even more part of it. Fair enough, they got the authority angle, but he's too inner.
Mm.
He's in everything, and I don't think there's. Anyone else could do it. I think you could have any type of authority figure. It doesn't have to be him all the time. Just he's either a wrestler or he ain't. So just fuck off, innit?
I mean, Bingus, me and Shugs were talking in the week. We had a little bit of talk about Triple H inserting himself into the title equation. Was there any need for him to involve himself in that title, situation, specifically in the title match in terms of stakes or storyline build?
And you know, I'm a bit of a Triple H advocate. I'll sing his praises all day long. I think he's done a great job. Like so far, I'm on about like his length of career, not just the authority storyline. I think he's done a great job getting where he's at. And then he's gone to this authority storyline. He's made himself into a big guy. He's the helm of the show. He opens the show. He closes the show. He's in the middle of the show. He's on the adverts of the show. He's in your popcorn if you're in the stands in the show. He's everywhere, you're right. And then he goes and possibly adds himself to the main event for WrestleMania. And yeah, man, I'm not too happy with it. As soon as he said it's going to be a triple threat, it's like very obvious what was going to happen. It's either going to be Bryan or him, very obvious. And I'm not too happy about it, man. I'm not completely happy with the whole Bryan Triple H thing in the first place, to be honest. Not that it's Triple H against Bryan I've got the problem with. It's just that it's more of the what's it called, the stipulation for Bryan to go ahead. I just think it's making one of the situations is going to end up being shitty. Either the match with Bryan is going to be shitty, Triple H and Bryan's going to be shitty because it's got to be a quick thing to let whoever advances on to the triple threat to be fresh enough to actually wrestle a match. Or they're going to go all out war, and the person that goes into the triple threat is going to be a dead donkey on one leg, But yeah, I'm not too happy that we've got a chance to see a triple threat of Evolution. If Flair comes in to be a guest referee, man, that's going to be one disappointing main event.
Oh my god. And then towards the end of it, I mean, Triple H tells Batista and Orton some home truths, Jace. Telling them that he's tired of Hollywood movie stars coming back, and Orton needing to suck his Triple H's dick everywhere he could to get anywhere. Was this used to bury them? Did this bury them as much as I thought anyway it did?
The thing is that they kind of did it themselves. If Triple H didn't say anything, because it was like, they come out and they're having their big dick contest, just flapping them around, chatting about the thing they've done. And then, but the thing I thought let them down as well was just Batista's mic skills were shit. The guy kept fumbling his words, and I swear, like he said Rumble Royal and had to like switch it up, and it's just, I think the Triple H didn't even need to be there. They messed themselves up just because the opening was, in my opinion, was rubbish.
What about the RKO at the end, Jace? Did you like that? You see that coming?
I didn't like it because I could see it wasn't a surprise to me. Like, I was a bit surprised that Triple H wasn't throwing out any pedigrees, but we'll get into pedigrees later on, I guess.
Yeah, we will indeed. All right, let's roll on to the next segment. Usos versus Real Americans. Because they gives them some decent amount of time for this match. But what was your thoughts on the match? Seeing as now, obviously, Usos are now the World Tag Team Champions.
They are the World Tag Team Champions, so yeah, make them lose. What the fuck? I don't understand it. 2 steps forwards and like a belly flop back. It's a weird booking. Cool, making Swagger and Cesaro look decent, which is not a problem with me. But to do it over the new tag champs that we've been clawing with them to finally get those belts, they get them, and straight away they're like, just let's throw some dog shit around. And great. It's not for me to understand, I guess.
Yeah. It's just a shame though, because like we were saying, the Usos have come so far, improving their performances and everything. And I've never been a fan of making the champions lose to then give the opponent a title. I just don't get it. I don't get that. Like, you should be going through up the ladder through other means, and then you get a title shot. You don't have to beat the champions to get a title shot, because essentially you beat the champions, you're the fucking champion.
Exactly, yeah. Have a little tourney or a little ladder thing going on. Not number one contenders, but you've got 2 teams. There's no number one contenders. You battle it out, and then you have a number one contender.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're getting 3 teams in the play rather than just the 2 champs versus number one contenders. You've got these 2 other teams and the tag champs. At least you're using your talent then.
And the ending to the match, we saw Jimmy jump onto Swagger on the outside, and then Jay tries to do the same thing, Jace, but was met by one hell of an uppercut by Cesaro. Yeah.
It was nice.
And then we get the neutralizer for 1, 2, 3. Like, as a casual fan, because obviously I know you don't watch it every week. Is this the kind of type of style you like in Cesaro? I mean, is this the kind of style you like to see when you're coming back to watch it?
Yeah, the thing is, I even put a note on about how Cesaro like made a catch into a backbreaker. It was just beautiful. And every time I watch him wrestle, it's just good stuff. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Literally every time, and it's still. I love that every time that I do tune in, you know, there's always that big swing hint all the time. So yeah, no, I am enjoying the way that Cesaro does. I think it's more him. Swagger, I could take or leave. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I do like the way that Cesaro can make anybody look good as well. Like, he just makes the performance good every time.
Yeah, I mean, with Swagger, he's another one because he actually, like, when he does those kind of rough style kind of moves, like, I like it, you know, when he he has them around the waist and then he gives them the, the drop down and stuff, and then, I like that aggressive side of Swagger, but then it all goes from there because he doesn't actually have much character to him, you know what I mean? So it kind of falls there, whereas Cesaro, he looks strong, he looks rough, he looks like he would just fuck you up, you know what I mean? No matter how big or small you are, and I suppose that's what you kind of want. But Shugs, I'm kind of confused about what the WWE is now doing with the Real Americans, because they teased a split and now they're kind of on the same page.
Yeah, it's the same really with the Shield. Like, you know, we had a tease and then it's like, wow, they were back and forth, and now they're on the same page again. And it doesn't seem like it went anywhere. So maybe they've just decided they're going to wait and, you know, put the belts on them and then do a split. Maybe they thought that would be a better idea, you know, because it looks like it's going to have some type of triple threat match or, you know, at least a tag team match at WrestleMania. So I don't know. Like, the plans seem to change too quick, you know. It seems like they had those main stories set out. They've got the Bryan story. You know, they've got that, and then they've got a few others, but then everything else is sort of, yeah, should we do this? What about this? And it doesn't seem like they've got the confirmed plans. Mm-hmm. We've got Cena and against Bray Wyatt, and then we've got the Bryan story, which has changed again this week, and then everything else is sort of up in the air. You've got a Battle Royale, which is just going to be a fucking shitstorm. You know, there's no Divas match so far. There's no Intercontinental match. There's no US title match. And
there can't be a nice scene. Well, I suppose he could double book, but Biggie's in the Battle Royal, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it is just, I don't think they've made up their mind what they're going to do.
That's just WWE, innit? Everything's last fucking minute. Like, geez, this is your biggest pay-per-view of the year, and you're not even, you don't even know what the fuck you're doing.
The thing is, though, how much of that is down to, you know, like the spoilers and stuff as well, though? Because like you said, it's their biggest show, so I guess they kind of have to keep things as fresh as possible, otherwise news gets out, doesn't it? So it's the other side of the coin, I suppose.
I suppose for the IWC, that's the best part of it, is the predicted and stuff like that, but that's when it can kind of get too far, because obviously as smart marks, we want to know just that bit more. But it is. It could be a part of it, and it's also a part of it that no one has clear cut balls enough to just say this is what's going on without Vince getting involved or Triple H getting involved and stopping it. So it's always going to happen, All right, let's go on to the next segment, which was Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil. So without further ado, Shugs, just play my music. What the fuck? Right, this is for Paul and Connor, right, at the Attitude Era, right? Because I know on their show they can't swear. So Paul, I'm gonna do all the swearing for you, my friend. Okay? What the fuck is this bullshit going on? We got Big Titus coming down to the ring, right? Halfway through, okay, him running some shit promo. He just picks up the mic, puts it down. I look up to the screen, and this guy is wearing a ginger beard. A ginger beard. This motherfucker is meant to be getting a push. He told Vince McMahon, give me the ball and I'll run with it. They give him the ball and give him a ginger beard. What is the word coming to? what, because man got a little O'Neill on the end of his name, it means that he has to play some kind of Irish comedian. Take this dude seriously. Take someone seriously. Now, I know there has to be little comedy bits, but just leave that to Hornswoggle and Wade Barrett. Leave that to them two, and then let's have a serious match in it. But then you got fucking Sheamus coming out there, looking like a bum every friggin' week, trying to be as Irish as he can be, but you're already Irish, so you don't need to do that shit. It's just dumb, man. Fucking dumb. Jace, what is your take on Titus?
He threw Hornswoggle. That's my take on him. He threw a midget.
Yeah, I don't know if it's legal to do it in every state in America. I'm sure. Honestly, I think JBL got in trouble for chucking. I think it might have been Hornswoggle at a cage in one state, and there was actual legal trouble about it. I'm sure I heard.
No,
that.
I think you're right.
You're not allowed to throw a midget in every state.
The thing is, though, he didn't just throw him, did he? It's the way he violated, like.
Slapping him up.
So yeah, I mean, would you say, like you say, the man wants a push, but then they're making him throw a midget?
He ain't going nowhere fast. He ain't going nowhere. Oh, God.
I think it was really good of WWE to let TNA book this whole segment. It's such a clusterfuck, wasn't it, man? And then got ended with the lovely generic Derek that is Christian.
Yeah. One more match. I love this guy. But this Russo booking at his best. I swear to God. Russo booking.
Didn't know he was Arnie.
I swear to God. It's hard doing a Boston accent, man. Shugs, you have
He's
a go.
from New York.
Yeah.
You have a go. He's from New York.
I can't do it.
Jace, go on, do that. I swear to God.
I swear to God.
He sounds like, Kinny sounds like the guy of The Simpsons. What's his name? May Quimby.
I swear to God. Yeah, that's the one. But on a real though, Shugs, why the hell are we still seeing fucking Sheamus like this? Like, we must get a revamp after Mania. We have to.
But what are they going to do with him? How can you revamp Sheamus?
Just make him a beast, man. Just fuck people up. Like, that's it. Just don't talk, shut your mouth, and just bust people up. Just go on.
I reckon, like, keeping him is not like a Bo Dallas face heel, but he's a pure heel who you know is sort of carrying along. Imagine like him just like absolutely beating the shit out of Hornswoggle and just actually like grinning teeth about it, ear to ear, and not having like a growling face on. Just like so happy. Oh, I'm here. I'm I can kick so much ass, and I'm so happy about it. Be a jolly Irishman, but just like leave people with broken teeth.
Just in the backstage, someone's having an interview, and just a bro kick from nowhere. How sick would that be? Just obviously it has to be Renee doing the interview, because anywhere Renee someone's getting an ass kick. But just imagine Renee talking to someone, bam, bro kick. I hope it was Bo Dallas being interviewed, and he gets a bro kick. But that would be sick. But yeah, like you said, because Christian was on commentary, but he couldn't get a word in edgeways. Like, he was on there trying to do, he was trying to take the piss out of JBL a little bit. But I like the running on Sheamus though. Took Sheamus out. And I like Christian in this kind of heel mode. But this must be his last one now, mustn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be. There's nothing appealing about him, is there? And it's not like they're using him on a top tier level or anything like that. He just flounders around and touches like low card, may get a sprinkling of main event now and again, but he's, as I said before, just generic Derek. He's just that guy.
Generic Derek. All right, let's go on to the next segment, which was John Cena and Bray Wyatt. Every week, Shugs, Bray comes out, gets better and better with his promos, but it's also going deeper and deeper. I know you sent me a message with a hashtag. Would you like to talk a bit about it?
Mate, I can't remember these hashtags. When was
The
this?
plastic girlfriend, man.
Oh yeah. Because he just went in, because the crowd were just like, oh shit, as soon as he said it, the crowd was just like, oh no. Yeah, I just thought it was just quality, Like we say, he was on Smackdown again, and he just delivering these promos, but it's just he's got to get his in-ring work needs to be up to the level of his promos. That's the only thing, you know. He works well with good wrestlers, like he had a great match with Daniel Bryan, but then, you know, he'll probably have a good match with Cena, but he needs to make sure that his wrestling can match his promo work. That's my only concern, really.
Yeah, it's too important. I know what you mean. It's too important for his progress going forward. You know, obviously promos getting better and better. But Bingus, we can't say the same about Cena though. You know, same old stick.
Yeah, it is. I'm hoping Bray. Sorry, I'm hoping Bray Wyatt does light a fire underneath his balls and get something out of Cena. This kind of booking is one of my dream fantasy books for Cena. Is, you know, provoke the man, provoke the actual, like, you know, anger out of John Cena, and, you know, get him riled up a bit. I know Kane tried it with the Embrace the Hate shit, and the whole Zack Ryder and Eve debacle wasn't that fun. But no, I think Bray Wyatt would do a much better job and make it much more believable and less panto. And yeah, man, I'd love to see Cena like turn it up a notch, like we were just saying about Sheamus. Just enjoy him fucking people up because you're a big enough guy and you can.
Yeah. We don't need all the pandering. Like, we get that so much. We don't need the little, the little fucking kiss ass remarks to the kids. Like, we don't need that. Like, you know, you're facing a guy that's being serious with you. You know, trying to attack your legacy and all that shit. And all you can do is just like fucking dub him like you're at school in secondary school.
I was gonna say it is like a school beef where you've got like the big hard nut going against someone who's taking it as a bit of a joke. You know what happens to that guy who takes it a bit of a joke? His face gets smashed into a locker.
Yeah. Jace, what would you like to see Bray do next in terms of the build-up for Mania? What would you like to see next?
What, in regards to just Bray with Cena, or?
I mean, just like in terms of the feud, like in the build up to Mania, you know, we've got 2 weeks left. What would you like to see him?
It would be fun if he was to kidnap his plastic girl and dress up like a Barbie doll, tied up like that. That scene there, I feel, would be so eerie and messed up. Maybe that's my fantasy. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the angle of attacking a legacy, but it's like you say as well, like with Cena, it's the same stuff over and over. So even though, like, you know, Bray's trying to come at a next angle and he's just talking about how, because he was talking about superheroes as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like, that's all well and good, but I just feel like when you've got Cena just doing his whiny crybaby stuff, it just doesn't work. It just brings it down again. If Cena's not doing anything new, it's hard for Bray to bring in something new, you know?
True. Well, it'll be nice to see, you know, it'll be nice to see him kind of break out after WrestleMania, because I feel like he's going to break out with the fans after Mania, similar to how Austin did after King of the Ring, you know, he just said these words and then bam, Austin 316. I got a feeling, obviously, we've got the most rowdiest crowd after the Raw after WrestleMania, and I think it's just they're just going to blow up, and I think we're going to see a star this year, and it's going to be also Roman Reigns, but it's also going to be Bray Wyatt, and hopefully, you know, Cena gives him the right rub, you know what I mean? Cena gives him the right kind of time and gives him his all to make sure to put this guy over. That's why I do rate Cena. I do give him respect for that, because he isn't afraid to put people over. So right about now, people, we're going to go into a little bit of a break. We've got some birthday wishes from our friends and the Seg heads out there, so we'll be back in a tick.
Hello, I'm James Powers, I'm the Air Fan Relations. I'm just wishing the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast happy first anniversary. The evolution is here.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Vicious. Congratulations on 1 year of podcasting. Keep on kicking ass and taking names, brother.
Hi guys, it's Darren Dyer here, also known as Actual Mulligan on Twitter. Just wanted to wish Kinny and Sugs a happy 1 year anniversary with the Sunday Segue Podcast. Great listening to it every week, absolutely love it. Sunday afternoons won't be the same without it. Keep going, guys.
Happy anniversary to the Sunday Segue with Kinny Killa and Sugs and all the guests on the show that have been on and are going to be on. It's been really great to listen to for the last year, the last, I think, 52 episodes now, 53 episodes. So keep it going, guys. It's been absolutely brilliant, and I look forward to hearing some more brilliant shows in the future.
Happy 1 year anniversary to Sunday Segue.
Finally, it's the 1 year anniversary of Sunday Segue. That was meant to be my terrible rock impression, but nah, in all seriousness, I want to congratulate both Kenny and Shugs on their 1 year anniversary of Sunday Segue. Well done, lads, and yeah, you can bet for sure that I'll be there when your 2 year anniversary comes around.
Hi guys, this is Malcolm Dixon from 4C Radio on 4CRWrestling.com, just here to wish everybody involved in the Sunday Segue podcast a very, very happy first anniversary. Congratulations on making it to the first year. Your show is excellent, I'm a big fan, and here's to many, many more years from you. Keep up the good work, fellas. Everything you do is spectacular. And to everybody out there in Listenerland, keep on supporting this show, and possibly visit 4CRWrestling.com while you're there as well.
Hello, this is Sierra from AngryMarks.com. I am from Thursday Night AMP, or you know, Stevie Day and I host, and I'm here to wish Sunday Segue happy 1 year anniversary. I can't believe you guys got there, but happy 1 year anniversary.
We're back. I want to say thank you to all those people who just gave us some birthday wishes. Thanks for supporting us. We appreciate it. So, on with Raw. Segment 5. Orton versus Bryan. For me, Bingus, you know, this is how I like to see them wrestle, Orton and Bryan. I like to see them like this. Because obviously, Orton, it brings up Orton's kind of sadistic heel character. But is this what we should be kind of expecting Orton to deliver, you know, because he's been really flat lately?
Do you know what, the whole match for me was a good enough match with like a lot of good spots, nice bit of story to it, no reason to complain, especially for Raw. This I think is top end match. The only other note I've got from this match really is Batista's spear just looks like a wrecking ball, and not in like a powerful, fun, good way. It just looks like a mess and is going to damage someone so bad. If not, rip his little girl jeans.
The little girl jeans are. We could talk about Batista's clothes all day.
But yeah, similar thoughts to yourself, man. Anytime Orton is allowed to, I think, honestly channel the real man inside him. I think he's got some proper issues going inside his head. And I think anytime he can channel that on screen in the ring, just you get the best out of him. And a match like this, perfect.
Yeah. Jace, I haven't really spoken to you or asked you about, you know, Batista's kind of heel turn. Obviously, we spoke about when he returned, but I haven't spoken to you about this heel turn. So what's your views on the Batista movement?
I don't know why he came back. I don't know why he came back. Like, it just, for me, watching this show in particular, I feel Batista just fell flat for me from the second he came out. And then even with the spear, it was just like, you know, he done the spear, got a kick from Bryan, and then that was it. That was his part played. Do you know what I mean? It just fell really flat. Like, in a no DQ, I would have liked it if maybe he just went off on Orton and showed his evil streak as well. Because one thing I said about was, I put a note down about Kendo Justice. Just the way that, you know, Randy Orton come out with it, and then next thing, Bryan's using it to equalise. I just think that if it was a no DQ, they could have done a bit more with it in regards to Batista getting involved. I just feel like it was really flat.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, you're not the only one. There's quite a few people that, you know, are disliking Batista for some other reasons. Obviously, you know, we have the whole Bryan thing, connection, but for me, it's like, you know, Shubs asked the question a couple of weeks, is it Batista or is it, you know, the character or the way he come back? But yeah, no, it's just straight Batista, man. Fuck Batista. Shubs, you want to add anything else to this segment? Because we saw Orton kind of cussing the fans like we've been seeing for the last couple of weeks. Like, it's your fault. It's your fault.
No, I just think like Bingus said, you know, it was good match. And it's just like, I don't blame the fans for Batista, you know. I think the company put him in this position, but then I think it's worked out well. Like, if they try and like fob us off with this is what they meant all along, that's bullshit. They didn't mean this. They wanted Batista to come back, be a face, everyone to like him, and go him against Orton, you know. But it just hasn't turned out. But I think it's turned out for the better, because he's a better heel, and it's a better position for him to be in, you know. But I still think that he's gonna win at WrestleMania.
That would ruin my birthday.
We're gonna get liquored up, so listen, there's gonna be some joke reactions.
That would ruin my birthday, and I'm in September.
There's gonna be some joke reactions, man. By the way, we need to figure out what we're gonna do, because we're gonna have a WrestleMania live show, people. We're gonna have 2 guests for every match, starting from the kickoff, the pre-show, whatever you want to call it. So people throw your names in the hats. We got to make a tough decision to decide who is going to join us on the main event, but because everyone wants to be on there. But yeah, we're going to do a WrestleMania show, so obviously don't miss it. Continuing on, let's go on to Paul Heyman promo. You know, Heyman comes out as always. You know, spits a great promo, Jace, with more facts and more truths and whatnot. What did you think of the video package, though? Did it sell WrestleMania, you know, the WrestleMania match for the casual fans?
No. I don't really know what to really say. I mean, the only thing that I really noticed, and this just kind of shows how I felt about the segment, is I put down, Heyman's looking well rested.
It's because he's been off TV for... Well, actually, you know, he hasn't even been off TV. He's been on TV every bloody week.
But, yeah, I mean, you know, it is almost a fantasy booking that I would have chosen when I was a kid kind of thing. But at the same time, it's like, you know, speaking to you guys and stuff previously, there's not been that much of a hype build-up to it, you know? And I just feel like the portrayal of Brock isn't what it used to be as well. It's really weird. I just find it all a bit wet, the way
it's a tough build when you've got 2 people and neither of them are there full time to promote the match. You've just got Paul Heyman, as good as he is. You need your guys around you. Him doing all the talking one week to the next, like in between people as the middleman. It's not a feud builder. It's interesting, but it's not making things hot, is it? You need the interaction between the 2 guys.
Well, this is the thing. This is going to come into my next thing, because Sugs messaged me saying that, you know, Taker was there. He was actually there. So, like, Sugs, like, you know, why didn't he make an appearance? Like, it's stupid for WWE not to actually, like, at least let him come out and, like, choke up Heyman and say, look, you know, enough of the talking. Let's just get this shit, you know, let's get this on.
Well, he was on main event.
Sure.
They saved him for main event, so obviously, you know, that's getting more important now than Monday Night Raw, because he was on main event. So I don't know what they're doing. Like, obviously, that's on there to like push the network, because they show main event live on the network or whatever. But I just think that we haven't seen enough of them to get us as interested as we should be. You know, if you remember the build to the WrestleMania with Shawn Michaels, where every week there'd be something on there. You know, Michaels go into like the graveyard and dig in a grave for the Undertaker. Then him doing like an Undertaker entrance, dressed all in white and stuff like that. It was just a good build, but we haven't seen Lesnar. We haven't seen Undertaker. We just know they're going to be fighting soon, and that's it. Like,
what they should do is they should take the clip from when Lesnar had that fight in the UFC. And when Taker's like, "Would you want to go? You want to do this now?" They should take that clip just to kind of put a bit more backstory to it. You know, so like, yeah, this has been building up since blah blah blah, and then I don't know what they could fill in the middle, but that's real life.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I was just gonna say, it's just like that just shows kind of like the real life situation, because you know UFC is seen as real in quotation marks. Do you know what I mean?
Just shows a bit of that as well, like blurring the lines. That's all what Triple H is about. But one thing I don't get about Brock, I've got a few things to say about all this, but one thing I don't get about Brock in this entire return is how they don't go back and look at history. Like, he's danced with Undertaker a few times. There's some wicked matches back in like 02 to 03.
Oh, Hell in a Cell, yeah.
Hell in a Cell when there's Bloodbath, massive. But yeah, I don't understand why they don't reflect on any of that. I don't, Jace is right, put a little shout out to the UFC altercation. But my biggest concern about this is how dangerous this match is for Taker.
Oh.
Now, I don't think his streak's in question at all. I don't think this would be Lesnar's a threat to the streak, booking-wise. But fuck, man, if you're going to go in put this Undertaker against Brock Lesnar, and hate to say it, man, but every year, you feel like Undertaker's getting a bit more Carly. Like, it's hard for him to get down to the ring, let alone pull on a full match. He pulls it out the bag. I've not been disappointed in the last 4 or 5 years of a Taker match at all.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, I'm scared as hell for this one.
Well, this is why he came out saying that he wanted to take a look at Daniel Bryan, because every year now Taker's looking to have a safe match, and wicked match. That's why we had Triple H. That's why we had Shawn Michaels. That's why we had CM Punk. And this is why he wants Daniel Bryan, because he knows Daniel Bryan is not. He can throw Daniel Bryan about, safely. Daniel Bryan will get back up time and time again, give him a safe match, and it'll be cool, and it'll be an amazing WrestleMania match. So when the Brock Lesnar thing came about, I was just a little.
You had to get new insurance.
Yeah, I was a little bit like. Well, the funny thing is, Taker's got all of this stuff happening outside of wrestling. He's actually got like an insurance he runs an insurance company as well outside of the business, so which is ironic. But yeah, it's like you said, it's a bit weird to see him take this Brock Lesnar thing. And in regards to going to the past and looking at past things, WWE are constantly trying to forget, like they're trying to make us think that this is something new, even though now they're promoting a network. I don't get that. They should be saying, go back and look at their past matches. Go back and look how this feud, how when this began, it was all over, the undisputed title, blah blah blah. But yeah,
it draws viewers straight to the network. You're like, okay, fair enough, maybe not in the middle of Raw, but at some point on the website, or at some point on an ad break or the end of the show, make a reference. Go, yeah, check this out from the network. And then it moves us on from watching TV straight onto the network. You're right.
Yeah, sometimes it just baffles me what they do. But anywho, let's go on to the next segment, which was Goldust versus Fandango. A little fun match here, Shugs. But it got real serious, when Fandango decided to botch holding Goldust for the Hurricanrana, and Goldust got vexed.
Yeah, he just lost his shit, really. He was a very, very angry man. I just think that, Fandango, if we look at last year's WrestleMania, and he's just been on like a downward spiral since, just gone down and down and less, because beating Jericho at last WrestleMania to where he is now, he's just, just shit, really. Another one of the people who had a concussion, and then the concussion fucked up their run. Same as Ziggler, concussion, and then just nowhere.
Well, that's the thing. We were big advocates of Fandango. Every time we bloody talked about Fandango, his tune hit. Have you noticed? No more tune hitting. Yeah, we're still doing the Fandango impressions, but as soon as we find a new impression, Fandango will be out. It's just. Yeah, it's sad to see. But yeah, Bingus, I know you've got a personal thing with Goldust. Was you happy to see him vex, or
If he doesn't block Fandango on Twitter about that, then I'm definitely pissed. Definitely pissed. But good match, man. It was okay for Raw, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm wondering how long Goldust is about, because okay, not as a main event level, but do you reckon he could forge a bit of a HBK second wind, second career type of thing?
Maybe not for that long, but yeah, he could do for a bit. But this thing is, it's WWE. They have to find something for him. Because what's going to end up happening is he'll probably end up going back to that comedy shtick. While Cody sails off into the sunset, maybe becoming maybe, and I use that term loosely, becoming a main eventer or something. So. You never know. He will become an agent. no doubt he will become an agent. He may be, working with the Divas or whatever to help bring that back up, but he will definitely be part of it from now on. After, they have to make him part of it after everything that he's done. It wouldn't be surprised if I see him in the Hall of Fame, because we're forgetting, he wasn't just Goldust. He had a big part to play in, NWA and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, he's Hall of Fame bound for sure. Yeah, he's deserving. Whether he's blocked me on Twitter or not, the guy is one of the better guys at what he does.
Yeah, indeed. Right. Next segment was Kane and the Shield. So earlier in the night, Kane had a little run-in with the Shield. Then Kane comes out, decides to blame Jerry Lawler for all of his, all the hijacking that happened last week. Called the Shield to deal with Lawler. I immediately was afraid for Lawler Bingus, because I thought, somebody's going to get a heart attack.
Oh yeah, man. It's scary watching him. He's made of glass now. Everything that happens around that man, I do get genuinely concerned.
And then, Shield come out. Glad they gave the microphone to Rollins. He says we do what's best for business. And they immediately swerve us and turn around on Kane. Now, did you see this swerve coming? And how effective was this in terms of looking at the Shield in its entirety?
I didn't see it coming. I think Shield as faces could get messy. I don't see it suiting them at all. Even though Reigns is a bit of a tweener at the moment, I don't see them as a group or as a faction being face a good idea, unless we have a very short face run up until only WrestleMania or shortly after, where Ambrose and Rollins attack Reigns. Thus becoming heels again, and Reigns becoming super face and being able to knock him out and go off and do his singles run.
Well, the dirt sheets are kind of saying that they're turning their face for two reasons, because they want New Age Outlaws want to work with them before they split up. So yeah, that's a weird one. And also because they feel that them being babyface will then give a bit of a babyface run to Reigns even more for them when they split up.
Well, then, if Billy Gunn thinks they should be face, then I think it's a great idea. Them being face is possibly the best thing that can happen to them. Definitely.
I don't think Shugs will agree, because I got a feeling he's about to say, fuck that peroxide push back.
It's just one of those things, like Sheamus is Triple H's gym buddy, and he gets to just do whatever he wants. The Outlaws are doing whatever they want, and Triple H seems to build the show around his fucking buddies, So maybe fucking Kevin Nash will be coming back as well soon.
Well, I mean, Shugs, we talked about it a little bit earlier in the show about, being a bit confused with what the show's doing. But what are the show going to do at Mania then?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a tag team match against Kane and the Outlaws. Shield against Kane and the Outlaws.
Oh, that's a bit weird, though.
Wow. That's what you're fucking getting, so tough luck.
Jace, some feel Corporate Kane is like Marmite. Some people love him, some people hate him. But what's your view on the wife beater and the White Lightning Kane?
It's weird. The thing is that I find is, as they've made him corporate, he's just a bit more of a big baby as well, which is just a bit, yeah.
That's what heels are, though.
Yeah, I suppose. I was saying, who was I saying it to? I was chatting to one of my boys, and I was saying about how, because I was saying I was on the show, and he's chatting about how's wrestling now, and I said, I love how they'd have those moments where, Kane and Triple H do the same thing. They come out in their suit and stuff, but they're not going to be wearing it all for very long. The second they get out, they're already unbuttoning the blazer.
and
the tie coming off.
They might as well have them clip-ons, just...
Yeah, it saves time, innit?
Oh, good. But yeah, you're right. Kane is a weird one. Kane is a weird one. It's just interesting to see what happens, moving on, because obviously we know that Kane is winding down, and we might get, a Taker thing where he comes every now and again. Let's just hope he don't turn out like fucking Abyss on TNA and fucking start coming back every now and again. I mean, there's two characters and shit. That'd just be a bit dumb. Anyway, people, we're gonna go into another break, because for the first time ever, we have sponsors. So we're going to, sex it up a little bit for our sponsors. So we're going to let our sponsors do what they do best and advertise themselves. So we'll be back in a tick. Is your hair nappy? Are you finding it hard combing out those peppercorns? Are you tired of crying when your mother's doing your hair? Well, look no further, as Soul Glow is here, the proud sponsors of the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast.
Just like your soul, baby, feeling oh so silky smooth, just let it shine through, just like your soul glow.
Okay, people, we're back now. So yeah, we're very happy with our sponsors. We will continue to advocate those sponsors, and you will be hearing more from them. Segment 9, AJ, Tamina versus Funkadactyals. Okay, a couple questions, Jace. Did you see this match, for one? And if you did, what did you think when Naomi come out looking like fucking 1992 Gabrielle?
I have to apologize. I did go and make a sandwich.
Okay.
Like, genuinely, I missed the whole...
I'll pass it on to Bingus then. Bingus, did you see the match? And if you did, what did you think of Naomi looking like 1992 fucking Gabrielle?
All for a 90s throwback. Didn't care. Just didn't care. I was watching it, but straight afterwards, like, talking to you now, I've realised my eyes were open, but my brain had fucked off.
Well, let's talk about AJ then. AJ, her time, obviously, it might be up now, but it looks like we're having some kind of big, massive Divas matchup mania for the title. And if that is the case, who deserves it, if anyone?
The pre-show deserves it, not the paying customer.
Okay, but now, on all seriousness though, who, are they gonna give it to someone now, or to help them kind of build it into the next kind of generation of divas or whatever? Because I mean, I was listening to on Jim Ross podcast where he had Trish Stratus on, and they were saying it will be a nice challenge for WWE to kind of make a whole new divas division with a new attitude, just like the Attitude Era. That would be a challenge itself. So is it time to give it to someone to then make that? And would Paige necessarily be that person?
They got to do something, man, because I don't think I've cared about anything less in WWE for a long time. Like, even if I've hated it, I've got something to say. I've got something in my head that I could work towards saying, oh, this will make it better, or cut this away to make it better. I just got so little to care about any of the divas and the championship or anything like that. I haven't got the time or effort to put into it to even think about it. Full stop. Don't care.
Well, I thought I would just ask the question, but that answer would be the answer I would give too. So let's move on, people, to let's just quickly talk about Mr. T, being inducted to the Hall of Fame. Guys, start with you. What's your thoughts on him being inducted?
Yeah, I just think they're throwing back to their earlier days. Was it WrestleMania 1 he was in?
And 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, WrestleMania 1 and 2. So it goes in line with the network, goes in line with bringing Hulk Hogan back and everything else. And I just think it's a good move, really.
Okay, Bingus, what do you think changed his mind? Because originally he said he wouldn't go in because of, they inducted people like, how can Pete Rose be inducted before him?
Probably that BBC 3 weren't going to pick up another series of World's Craziest Fools.
I forgot about that.
So yeah, he needs a paycheck. And man, I can't say like, oh yeah, well deserving, and it's about time, because without Owen, Davey, or even as going down the ladder as far as Jim Johnson, the music guy, there's no place for celebrities until you get these 3 guys in, at least, I reckon. Even though, Mr. T, he was in WrestleMania 1 main event, and he helped the whole rock and wrestling and the whole like MTV era build into wrestling, and he took it mainstream, and he was in Rocky, Hogan was in Rocky, and Stallone liked Hogan, and there was Little Shorts, and there was this, that, and the other. Great times. But yeah, man, until we get the names that everyone is begging for, I think the celebrity wing, could do with a bit of a hiatus.
Jace, any other thoughts on Mr. T?
Watching it, I didn't realise how important he actually was. Do you know? Because I remember, like, in the back of my mind, I remember Mr. T was involved with it, but just when they were mentioning how, yeah, if it wasn't for him and his popularity on the A team, the push into mainstream wouldn't have been as... It just works, didn't it? Like, having Mr. T play that role. Obviously, he done his boxing and whatnot, so why not take on wrestling? I look forward to him being in the Karate Kid 5.
All right, next segment. We're going to bunch these two matches together, so we're going to quickly talk about the 8-man tag match plus Bray Wyatt versus Kofi Kingston. Shugs, I feel like we have like a massive problem with the mid card now. You know, you just look at these people in this 8-man match. Yeah, WWE once cared about them, but now and I'm a bit afraid about the fact that we have no one for the champion, to kind of face. Really, because the star power of the mid-carders are kind of gone, so there's no one for them to face. It just looked like a normal Raw match.
Yeah, but this is the thing. They've booked themselves into this corner, They're not making any new stars, or they spend a few weeks building up somebody like Biggie, and then they just send him back down to the, to the back of the queue. Same as Dolph, and now it looks like they're trying to build him back up again, when they already put him on the top, and then they've squashed him again. So when they'd rather bring back Batista than run with Dolph Ziggler, there's always going to be a problem. Maybe this generation now, where we've got the network and they're not going to spend big money bringing back all these old stars, maybe they're going to concentrate on making their own, or concentrate on putting guys forward. But you never know. You never know what they're going to do.
They have to. You're right. They have to start. I mean, obviously, that's what the IC Championship was there for. It built that mid card. It made it strong. It made it tough. So then, when when the breakout star who had the IC title became a star, it then helped them move on and transition to the main event. That's what should be happening. Not they lose the IC title and then they get moved out to tag teams or moved out to the thing. Once you win the IC title, it should be built up big enough to then be a star, lose the title to the next person, and then move on to the main event and have that continuous rotation. But like you said, it's not happening. I wish it did. I mean, yeah.
You sound frustrated, Kim.
I am. All these men are going to be in a battle royal, Bingus. But who should win? Should they give the rub to a new guy?
I don't know if this year's going to be that important for it. Unless we see this Battle Royal happen like a few times. It's much like Edge winning the first Money in the Bank. You didn't know how important it was until, we saw something come from it. At the moment, I don't see any grand potential for it, unless they say, the winner of this gets a shot, a title shot, early on in the summer or whatever, something like that. One of my main concerns about the match was putting Curtis Axel and Alberto Del Rio in the same match, in the same ring on the same night.
Oh my god.
It was almost drier than the Rhythm Method, man. That was risky stuff. And I don't want to really see them in the same ring. It kind of upsets my head. Yeah,
because dry and beige makes an awful combination.
Yeah, man.
On colour and substance.
Leaves a taste in your mouth like duck butter on blue waffle.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Happy Sunday.
Oh, man had to bring that fucking back. That was erased from my memory, Bingus, man. Why did oh, God. Okay, people, if you don't know what that is, look it up on Google.
No,
now.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it. You don't need to know. You can live without it.
Jace, let's go on to Bray versus Kofi Kingston, alright? Bray looked good. Did you just Google it, Bingus?
I know what I'm on about, man. I know my words.
It's just the way you was looking, you said it like you was looking at the screen going, scrumptious. Bray looked good against Kofi, Jace, sorry. And even though, it was a quick match, I heard a report that, Bray pulled out one of Kofi's dreads. Did you see that?
No, I did not spot that at all.
You might need to go and, sorry people, I'm laughing because Shugs is just going to go and check on his chicken, typical black man thing.
And the thing is, he messages it so you don't put it in the show. And then you just mention it.
Of course,
anyway.
Because I know he's going to come back and mention it anyway. Like I did last time, his turkey was dry. Hopefully this chicken won't be as dry as damn turkey, goddammit.
Because he keeps sprinkling them, what's it? It's the Rybaxel seasoning on it. That's the problem. So it just ends up it just dries the meat out, man.
Too much all-purpose, man. Too much of that Raja. Too much of the all-purpose. So try and rewind back, Jason, see if you can see that. Because, people, rewind back and see if you can see that at all. Because that looked joke. Anyway, let's move on. Segment 12, main event time. Triple H, Bryan promo. So for storyline purposes, Bingus, how good was this angle for the build to WrestleMania match?
Yeah, it's put some heat on it, innit?
Definitely,
man. Bit like the black bottle in Nando's, man. That was proper hot. Yeah, man, and this is I love shit like this. It's a little nod to Attitude Era, just going absolute batshit crazy, swinging weapons and nailing people's heads, wrapping them around ring posts, and just all out brutal violence. Love it, man.
Yeah, it was a throwback and a half. It was just, I was taken aback. I was like, whoa. Shit, yeah. I thought this shit was PG. Like, we might as well get Jason Roberts out here and tie that tie around his neck again, like Justin Roberts, sorry.
And enough people saying about, comparisons against Foley and Rock at Royal Rumble in '99 with the amount of chair shots and the amount of swing that was going on. Love it.
Yeah. Jace, Steph comes out, like a boss, swerves us, and then she starts laying into Triple H. How bad was the beating, man? How bad was the beating? This bitch slapped this dude so hard she slapped the vegan cheese out of his mouth, bro.
Out the beard, yeah. The thing is, like, I was watching it and I loved the way that the first few slaps, they weren't very good. They weren't sold very well. And I loved the way that Bryan was like, you hit like a girl. So then she's like, oh, okay. And then she come out with the proper slaps. I did quite enjoy that piece of it. One thing that I did notice, and this is for the young boys out there, if you were to close your eyes and take the quotes from Stephanie, she was saying, yes, yes, yes. How does that feel? Not much left now, is there? And I've been waiting for this. Now, the 15-year-old Jason, it's like, Stephanie, oh, you naughty girl. Mm-mm. But yeah, it's just the way that she just went in. She just showed. It kind of reminds me of, like, how Orton has that evil streak, like that. The look she gave him at the end, it was just evil.
Yeah.
I have to say, you reciting her lines definitely sounds like Stephen Hawkins trying to do a sex line. oh yes, harder, yes, right
yes,
there.
Yes.
Family Guy references, love it. Man, yeah, Steph, she was carrying on like an absolute boss. Just her whole character. I mean, we've spoken about it week in, week out for the last couple of weeks. She is going in, and she's coming across so good. But Shugs, what should happen next? In this feud, we've got 2 weeks to go to Mania. What should happen next? Should we see Bryan?
Well, this is the thing. Like, they've given him this beatdown, like a big beatdown. So maybe next week, even if he's on the show, maybe not have him in action, because he just seems to be like, he seems to just wrestle every week, maybe once or twice on the show, and he doesn't seem to bother him. Like when they fucked him up last time, they just taped up his shoulder and then he was like straight out. So yeah, maybe keep him off TV, or maybe just not have him wrestle next week, just to sell the beatdown, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, people, that's it. It's the end of Raw. So let's go ahead with the Raw ratings. So, Shugs?
I'd probably give it a 6.5.
Okay, 6.5. That's decent. Still on the average. Jace?
See, I'd give it a low 6. Maybe, yeah, I'll go low 6. I won't go as low as a 5. I just felt like a lot of it was quite flat.
Okay. And let's go along now to Bingus and go through the Bingus method, because we haven't heard it for a while.
No, we have not. Alright, so we start off with a perfect 10. ADR, Axel in the same match. That would normally be 2 points missing. I'm going to have to go for at least 2.5 here. Nothing else was really too disappointing through the whole night. Maybe the whole tight ass O'Neil and Sheamus thing. I think Lawler heard him say tight ass as well. I think that might knock off another one. Yeah, give it like a good 6.85.
Oh, shit, we got 8. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, so we're going to go to Raw feedback. I'm going to start with Brendan's banters, always rhyming and doing his poetical alliteration and all that. So we get opening segment. So Batista came out wearing jeans so tight, I guess he wasn't ready to fight. They both wound up Triple H. The Evolution reunion was missing old good H. The Authority is starting to fall apart as they're about to blow. Well, maybe Triple H's ego. The Real Americans' problems seem to have ended. The question will be, will the tag team titles be defended? A 10-minute filler for the St. Paddy's Day thriller. Sheamus beat his chest in a one-sided contest. Cena, he's had over 2,500 matches. Does he mean wrestling or Nikki Bella's downhill dispatches? Both promos were strong. A match at Mania will go only one way, which is wrong. All Axel was in the main event, and then I was thinking his career was spent. Another dominant performance by Kofi SC. I can't remember, he didn't get the 1, 2, 3. So Triple H shows Bryan some respect. I doubt he knows the meaning of the concept. He attacks Bryan whilst his hands are behind his back. I guess Stephanie really does own his sack. Stephanie runs his mouth for all to see. I have just one question. Where the fuck was Bray? So Triple H attacks a superstar. I guess that will put him on the board's radar. So I guess we'll get Vince back. Oh no, we want Shane O'Mac. Don't get me wrong, to see Stephanie's face when No Chance in Hell is played would be funny. But personally, I would prefer Here Comes the Money. Raw 6.5.
Okay, so James Powers. Triple H came out to set the record straight about what happened with Bryan. I see Batista has been taking fashion advice from Oksana again. Triple H announced what I have been predicting at the TLC. Seems they are setting up the Real Americans for a tag title push, but last week was hinting at the split. A bit of a crosswise story-wise, I think. Bad News Barrett, these aren't funny anymore. I don't think they ever were, to be honest. Such stereotyping by WWE. Sheamus and Hornswoggle together on St. Patrick's Day. Where good move WWE. I think this would have worked better as a Belfast brawl. Wyatt promo's great as usual. Cena's selling it well. When this wasn't the main event, I knew Bryan was fixing to get fucked up big time. Great match. The champ lost again. Good when they have losing streaks before pay-per-view matches. That means they tend to win at the pay-per-view. Heyman promo was good again, but does he have to say Brock Lesnar's name a million times? Goldust better week after week. What happened to Fandango's hype? Shield turn, predicted it weeks ago. Great to see it happening. Divas match, pointless thriller. Nice to see Ziggler getting in the main event match. And I saw this coming a mile away, but what will the consequences be for Triple H? Raw rating 6 out of 10.
Okay, Michael Cook, the M Cook. 8-man tag team match was okay and built for a battle royal. Big Show said he always gets compared to Andre the Giant. That's Big Show's fault. He said he was Andre the Giant's son in WCW and his ring gear was the same. Another great promo by Bray Wyatt, and even Cena was good explaining how he fears Wyatt. Bray Wyatt needs to win this match at Mania. Standard promo by Paul Heyman. He is doing a good job promoting this match with Lesnar and Undertaker on limited appearances. I like the added stipulation about Triple H being in the main event if he wins. Even though it will probably be Bryan that wins the match against Triple H, it puts the added doubt in fans' mind about Bryan that he may not win. Personally, I think it would be funny if Triple H won the match and won the championship. I wouldn't. Batista nearly got RKO'd out of his skinny jeans. Batista said that he would never quit in his life. I think Batista is still referring to the effects of his I Quit match after Cena at Over the Limit, because he clearly quit in his wheelchair in 2010. Unbelievable ending to Raw. Bryan was kicked to shit by Triple H Attitude Era style. I will be pissed if Bryan shows up the next week on Raw. He should be off TV until either a go-home show or Mania itself. Before then, Triple H should be acting like it is set in stone that he is in a triple threat match, because that would be no way that Bryan would be able to come back from the beating that he took. This would be a good storyline if he would take the risk, but I fear he will come back too early and look like nothing has happened. So I'm going to give Raw 7 out of 10. And that's it for the Raw feedback. So we're going to go into our final break, which we're going to be hearing the last of our birthday wishes So we're going to be back with Smackdown in 60 seconds, Sugs Stunners, our segue moments, and then in the words of, which is our favorite one. If you want to know, make sure you come back to us. Okay, so we'll see you in a bit.
What up, Mach? Oh, yeah!
Yo, what's up everybody? My name is Anthony Walker, the host of the Wrestlemania Podcast, and I just want to stop by and send a shout out to the Sunday Segue Podcast crew and wish them a happy 1 year anniversary. Sunday Segue, the only podcast that matters.
Happy 1 year anniversary to the Sunday Segue. I'm looking forward to being part of many, many more years.
Sunday Segue, this is Nick McGee of Pro Wrestling Smart Talk. Just want to wish you happy 1 year anniversary on your show. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations, Kinny, Sugs, and everybody else who are part of the Sunday Segue Wrestling family. And to the Segheads out there, I will be coming on Sunday Segue once a month for my Smart Talk report, so get ready. But happy birthday, guys. Congratulations on your success. And may you be blessed to have more. Thank you.
What's the fucking story? It's Paul from the Attitude Era, all the way from Dublin, Ireland. Sunday Segue Wrestling. Just want to say happy fucking 1 year anniversary. Congratulations. Fair play to you. Just want to say actually, on behalf of myself and Connor, you guys are much better than that Saturday Segue Wrestling show, huh? Am I right? Anyway, guys, cheers for having us on a couple of weeks back. You guys are the fucking best. Hope you're on your show again. Hopefully you guys can come on to our show. Have a good one, lads. Have a great one. Fair play to yous. I'm out.
Hello, it's fellow Seghead here, Michael Cook speaking, and I'm going to wish you all a happy 1 year anniversary for the Sunday Segue. And as Hulk Hogan says, it's time to bring the show to a whole nother level, brother.
The king has arrived. That's right, King J from the Smackdown Rundown on angrymarks.com is here to wish our boys Sunday Seg a happy 1 year anniversary. You guys are doing a bang up job overseas, giving all that wrestling talk a fresh perspective. Keep up the good work.
Okay, alright. Hello everyone, and we're back. Sunday Segue. Here, me, obviously, Kinny Killa, here with the Gallon Sugar Sugs, Jason Clarkson, and King Bingus. So, right about now, we're going to go to Smackdown in 60 seconds, so roll with it, Sugs.
Back in 60 seconds. Sandow against Ziggler. Opening Smackdown, it's good to see these two actually doing something. Sandow has been stripped back to nothing. We don't get any of his old shit anymore. We got some close calls, good match, but Ziggler wins, and they talk about him being in the Battle Royale. Kane comes out. Says what happens to Bryan is the fans' fault, says the fans and Bryan learned a valuable lesson, no one is bigger the authority, and he reads a letter from Triple H. Fandango versus Diego from Los Matadors, like what the fuck. Summer Rae is wearing a red dress, so she gets chased by El Torito, jumps up on the apron, causes Fandango to lose. Wyatt promo, Luke Harper starts the promo, then Bray Wyatt just comes in and just kills it again. Tag team Fatal 4-Way, Shield versus Rybaxel versus Real Americans versus 3MB. The match goes to shit and Kane comes out, starts attacking Reigns. Then the New Age Outlaws come out and fuck up Reigns while Ambrose and Rollins get attacked in the ring. Get Miz TV. Miz rips on the Big Show's WrestleMania record, the fact that he's lost 9 times. Then we get a load of competitors come out, try and take it to the Big Show, and then Miz sneaks out to the bottom like on a fucking Saturday morning cartoon. Big E against Del Rio. Big E gets squashed and pinned in like 3 minutes. What the fuck? Divas match again. Say no more. Kane in the back gives Rybaxel and the Real Americans tag team shots and puts 3MB in the Battle Royale. Then we get the main event, Cena versus Harper. Cena gets the pin and then runs away to escape a team up by the Wyatts and poses on the top of the ramp. Fade to black.
Fade to black. Okay. Well, people, it's time for Sugs' anniversary stunners.
Okay, so job of the week has got to be Big E. losing to that fucking Alberto Del Rio, beige at best. You know you're at bad times when you're losing a 3-minute match to Del Rio and you're the Intercontinental Champ. So, like, what the fuck? Move of the week. It's got to be the uppercut from Cesaro. Just caught one of them Usos, whichever one it was. I don't fucking know. Just caught him fresh. And wrestler of the week. Wrestler of the week. Who could that be? I'm going to give it to, Triple H. Triple H. Because he just fucking run the show. He booked it, and he booked himself to win and look good. What a fucking surprise.
Well done, Big Nose. Well done. Alright, so just before we get into, just talking about some Segue memories, I've got a first year anniversary special by Brendan, for Brendan's Banters, so I'm just going to read it. 1 year ago today, an evolution was born. We can't believe how many fans they have drawn. We have Sugs Stunners, Brendan's Banters, Beat the Clock, and the Smart Talk Report, all of the conducted with excellent pride and thought. The 52nd episode is here. We have had some special guests along the way: James, Steve, Bingus, Oliver, Nick, and Jace, to name just a few. Many people have been up there in the fray. We even saw the return of E2J. The Sunday Segue is a community bringing wrestling fans together. I'm sure it will last forever. Kenny and Sugs, you had a dream of a podcast, talk show, and wrestling review. You made all your dreams come true, and for that, all the Segheads stand up and applaud you. Congrats, guys. Here's to 52 more. Thank you very much. I like that. All right, so I'm just going to go and talk about some Segue memories. Obviously it's a year ago. Shugs, do you remember when we first got started? It's just a 2-man show.
Yeah, for like one episode before you brought fucking E2J to fuck shit up.
We needed a third person, and it was good for while it lasted, and then obviously some stuff happened to him, which I won't comment about. That's some personal stuff, the powers that be. Plus with work and stuff, he's got busy. But can you remember the first guest, Sierra, being the first guest in the show? How shook we were.
Yeah. I remember.
I remember how buzzing you were. Oh my god. I remember just the fact that it was somebody from the States. It was like, oh, you don't celebrate Christmas, but that's what Christmas feels like, Kenny.
I know, man. I'm not gonna lie, I was going in because obviously listening to to their show for months, and then all of a sudden her coming and saying that she was gonna help us. It was a big deal. Just getting the help, and then all of a sudden she's saying she's gonna come on the show. I remember fucking me with my fucking bootleg tablet.
Oh, that was so shit.
The bootleg tablet, no name brand tablet, just there doing the show, and then I was like, Shugs, she's gonna be on. Shugs is like, Kenny, I don't even know why am I shook.
I think it's just having like a woman on the show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just we didn't know how to like approach it and didn't know how we were allowed to be, Because we have people like fucking Bingus talking like blue waffles on the show, and you can just prove it. But then we had an actual lady, and it was just like, well, what do we do? Like, how are you being a gentleman on a podcast?
It's like having that, I guess, like the first girlfriend round to your house, and it's when you're a teenager, it's like, right, I'll tidy my room and make it look nice, but I don't want it to be too tidy. She thinks I'm a geek, and like, yeah, I might leave like the corner of a porno mag out so she knows what I'm about, but I don't want her to see my whole stack. Yeah, I want to keep it clean, but mean. Yeah,
I don't want her to see that fucking crusty hard sock that's just.
Oh man!
Don't touch that. It's a dog's toy.
And then we go back a bit more. We started getting our friends on the show and stuff, and then shit started getting a bit serious. And then obviously we had the help of Bingus and Steve. I mean, we was going for a while pretty stagnant.
Sorry to interrupt you, Kenny. Can we go back a bit when somebody was swanning off to America, and then there was the junior tech guy who run things for a few weeks. Can you get a quick shout out? Who is that again?
Actually, just filling up our fucking Podomatic thing. Oh yeah, I've compressed the files. I'm doing it, and then our whole inbox is full.
The quality of the show went up. You know,
yeah.
quality of the shows went up.
The hashtag tech guy in training, like Jace, nah, you know what, I gotta applaud you, bro, because you came on, yeah, and you just flipped the script with the drops and just did some next shit. It was just like, even when we had King J and Sierra on the show, it was just me, you, E2J, King J and Sierra, and, you know, we were just kicking, you know, shooting the breeze and shit. You know, that was a good episode.
I think the Beat the Clock, you know, the production values on that, I thought were quite amazing, if I do say so myself.
Oh, that's when Sierra got Vex in it. took it down. But, you know, Shook's comeback was Vex. You thought we forgot about him. But how can you forget the hashtag tech guy, man? You can't forget that shit. Alright, so, you know, for a while we was going a bit stagnant. We couldn't get any guests on the show. We didn't know what we were going to do. And then we, you know, approached Bingus and Steve. They came on the show and, you know, they were our regulars for weeks. And it was just nice to have that new kind of, you know, you held us together, man. You was the, you know, the glue. We were entering that Monday Night Wars times, you know. Fucking, we were just stagnant, weren't doing shit. We were losing the race, and then you guys came in and just propped us back up a bit. So I've got to thank you for that. You know,
I'm sitting here quizzed, man. Like, you know, I'm honoured and I feel so privileged that I got an inbox from you guys one day saying, "Yeah, come and join us. We like your shit." I honestly thought you'd like messaged the wrong guy. I'm just some dude who just thought, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put out my 2 cents on a blog spot. I'm gonna pretend I'm a King Bingus guy, and I'm just gonna, you know, tweet it like that as well." And boom, there you are, and you wanted me here, and it's spurred me on to do my own thing, man. And I want to thank you very much. It's been an honour and a privilege so far, and I can't wait to do more. And this time next year, be celebrating again.
Yeah, definitely. So let's just look at some best moments. Like, Shugs, what has been your best moment, you know, in the last year?
I don't know. There's too many like fucking funny moments. Like, do you know what I mean? I suppose like just best moment is probably just like getting it off the ground, like, you know, just getting it done, like, you know, that first episode, and just being like, instead of talking about it, like, just let's do it, like, you know, just like, while we're chatting about it, you know, we can just get on Skype, get this shit done, and put it out and see what happens, you know.
Yeah, we were talking for ages.
Yeah. Because, you know, we used to fucking chat, you know, and it's just like, have you watched Raw yet? No, I haven't watched it. All right, wait till you watched it, then text me, then message me on WhatsApp, you know? And then we've gone from there and just put it online, you know?
Can I be self-centered and interject again? Like, Shugs, who is it that told you Kenny liked wrestling? Kenny, who is it that said to you about Shugs liking wrestling?
Gavin.
Was it not this guy? Thank you, making shit happen.
All right. Fucking Uncle
just a people person. That's what you are, Jace. You know.
Bingus, what was your best moment on the show?
Being allowed on. I can believe it. I've got a memory like a sieve, man. I can't hold on to like little single memories like that. But yeah, I think the best moment is just being a part of it, and being able to, you know, have a platform to vent my views and be pissed off about fucking Curtis Axel and all the rest of it. It's been a great time.
Yeah. Jace, any you know, good moments from you? Your best moment on the show?
I was gonna say there's a few. I mean, it's cool how it just started off with, you know, just you guys like doing the show, then a few people at work, you know, hearing about it. But then when you got like when Powers just went on that mish and like just seeing the followers rack up, seeing the views rack up and stuff. And then, you know, there's a few. I think one of my favorite comments was it Ollie who said about having to revoke people's Negro cards?
Oh no, that was Nick Matsumogi.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, that I did enjoy those comments. I mean, we were talking the other day about hummus slaps.
Oh my god, the hummus slap. The hummus slap was one of the funniest. Listen, oh my god. And like the worst thing about it, Suge wasn't even there. That's the thing. He wasn't even there, because if he was there, that would have been even more funny as well. But it was just like, it was joke, man. To think that we saw,
got to whooping on that extra.
You know, we was on that right back bullying bandwagon, just slapping people up. I think my best moment has to be interviewing Jake the Snake. It just has to be, because for me that just.
You were so shocked.
Talk us through it, Kenny. Talk us through
You were
like,
the biggest pum on
I
road.
was fucking.
You was shook.
I was. Fuck that. You would be shook too, bruv. I was fucking bricking that. Hey, I fucking shut a house, bruv. That's how much I was bricking it.
Tell us the story. Talk it through.
Obviously, just months and months just trying to get, that contact, get that Skype name or whatever, or the number, and his manager palming it off, and then all of a sudden the manager was like, yeah, he's agreed to do it. Here's the number. I was like, what the fuck? I got Jake the Snake's number. Like, next minute, it's there, me sitting there thinking, I got to call this guy and be professional when I'm actually bricking it. So I'm dialing the number, calling it up. Here we go. All you hear is, hello? And I'm like, oh, fucking say hello. Like, I'm like, hi, is this Jake? Yeah, this is Jake, brother. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is, Kinny Killa, blah, blah, blah. And then I had to fucking wipe up the piss from my fucking, pants and fucking, just kind of grab my nuts and just did the interview, and because my nuts were fucking dropping, because, basically the interview was, I could have done longer, but I only did like 10 minutes. Got the bloody sweating like a pig. So
it's one of those spanner phone calls, isn't it?
Oh my god, tell me about it. But for all that, I've learned a lot from it, and I'm just so happy I had that chance to do it, man. Because that's the first time I ever interviewed one of the guys that I looked up to, So yeah,
now he's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, now he's Hall of Fame, and we got to interview him. Yeah, man, I think there's been loads of funny moments on the show, loads, from, learning about, the dry lunch to the Weetabix kid to the pushback. I mean, to even Sugs just running down Xavier Woods, running him down. This is so joke. But what's been your worst moment, Sugs?
Oh, mate, it's got to be like the last episode. When we had those 2 weeks where just nothing was going right. It was just everything was getting fucked up. Skype recorder changed, and we were just like, what the fuck is going on? Because when you sit there and you're recording and you're doing it for you spend an hour doing it, and then you just look into the folder where it should be and there's nothing there, you're just like, mate. It's just, you do feel fucking sick. You're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh man, yeah, it's not good. I think my worst moment, right, had to be when I inadvertently said the N-word to do with John Cena.
You pulled off a booker, yeah?
Oh yeah, I pulled off the booker.
It was the voice note that Suge sent me. That's what I love.
Oh man, and actually, Shugs, I thought you was gonna say one of your worst moments for saying the C word about Xavier Wood, but man, you meant every word.
Yeah. I don't business. Fuck that guy, man. I ain't apologizing to him.
Okay, well, let's just go into the future then. What does the future hold for us, Shugs? Where are we taking this? We just riding the wave,
Jet ski, mate. Ride the wave. Just fucking carry on, building up the fucking fan base. We need to get what we need to do is we need to get some actual real sponsors, so we can get some more fucking space online, and we can just maybe improve the quality, get some other little shits going. I think our Wrestlemania show, depending on how well that goes, we could just try and do some more shit like that. It's just time though, innit? Time is the thing.
I know.
Some people got a lot of time to do this stuff, and then some people are just firing out pickneys all over the place.
Yes, okay, I do have another baby coming, and that will obviously stunt some stuff, but yeah, I'm too legit to quit, man.
We told the seg heads of the gender.
Yeah.
It's gonna change. It's gonna change everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I mean, Bingus, your offspring, boy or a girl?
It's a little girl.
Right. So how much does that change you? Just saying.
Well, I've still got everything in my under hammock. Everything's still there. I ain't changed that much.
I'm saying I got 2 girls, man, and it changes everything.
Well, I think mine's still young. She's yet to properly influence my life with painting my nails and having to do my hair and stuff like that. She's just realised she's got hair. She's really young.
Yeah, so hey, Kenny, you'll soon see. But it's funny, Shugs, that you should say about the sponsors, because that's what I was just saying to Kenny yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We're saying about sponsors and hoping to move it up to the next level, really. Because think what you guys have done in a year, and if for every one person they tell 5 people, it's just going to get bigger and bigger from here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely the next movement for me, is just to start, start looking at some sponsors, with obviously the help of Shugs, just trying to find out better avenues to kind of go and get these sponsors. I mean, look at Jericho, Jim Ross, Austin. They're on their shows, fucking advertising dumbness, like proper madness, like, and I don't care as long as we got that little bit of sponsors. It's all good, you
Yeah,
know.
like
I was just saying,
fucking brain training and shit like that, and fucking.
The ICO Pro. And
Would you
all the
allow a
bots.
sponsor for Blue Waffle ointment?
Why do you take it there? Why?
Yeah.
Why do you take it there?
I think this is what today's show is brought to you by, Blue Waffle.
Well, that's what Chips is gonna name it. Anniversary show, Blue Waffle. I know that's what he's gonna put on there.
Today's show is sponsored by the letter B.
Followed by a W. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the next bit. And I will continue to obviously try and get them interviews. I've been non-stop just emailing with no response. But I'm gonna, you know, I'm hardcore, man. I'm gonna keep going. No matter how many people knock me down, I will be right back up, okay? So, yeah. Here's to, you know, a razor fake glass. Here's to the Sunday Segue. Here's to Sugs. I got a big up Sugs. I have to because I cannot do this without this guy. You know, partner in crime. Yeah, man. Enough respect to you, bro. Enough respect to you, yeah?
You know, the next few, bar the weekend coming up, the next few weekends are going to be a madness, man.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. With the Wrestlemania show and then the Segue night out, which Bingus, you are more than invited to. If you can make it down to Bristol, bruv.
You need a fucking passport to get up there, don't you?
How we wish. But yeah, man, it's gonna be hard. But you know, that's the end of the show, people. I've enjoyed it. I got to thank, you know, King Bingus for all the support over the last year, or specifically 6 months. And yeah, man. So big up, Bingus. Please plug your stuff.
Yeah, no, I'll do a little bit of writing over at kingbinguswrestling.blogspot.co.uk. Little things, get little random thoughts.
And he's gone.
No!
He's here. He's still here.
Am I there?
Yep.
Alright. What a rib. What was that? I was on a little roll then. I can't get my words out properly and you just go stop me halfway. What's that about?
It cut out. Man? It cut out.
Yeah, well, King Bingus Blogspot. Hashtag SexyBoy1. I want to get Shawn Michaels charting in the music charts for WrestleMania week. I've got my King Bingus Hall of Fame coming up. Sunday Segue, you're in the Hall of Fame. I can't wait to put that up. You know, I've got other guys, Bunny Suicide, Wrestling Cron, Steve Dawson, Kevin from the Attitude Era podcast. Got a few other names going in. Hopefully it turns out to be a bit of a ongoing thing throughout the year. Let's see what happens. And again, Sugs, Kinny, thank you so much for letting me be a part of the Sunday Segue for the last 6 months. Thank you for letting me come on again and again, even though you hear how I speak and you hear how I talk and you hear what comes out my mouth. Thank you for letting me do it. And yeah, man, hope I'm here this time next year with you guys.
Definitely will. Bruv, don't worry about your talk. Have you heard me talk? Fuck's sake. I got a fucking stammer and a half. Jace, you know, always been... Man, you've been there behind the scenes since day one. Shugs just said, yeah, bam. Man, make him jump on, man. What's he doing in the background? Make him jump on.
Get off the fucking Xbox, man. Jump on.
You know, no, I've been playing FIFA this whole time, you know.
Oh my God.
I'm loving the way my house is set up now. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
But yeah, God, just thank you, you know, for everything, the support. You always supported us, always been there, you know, fucking pushing us and promoting, you know, the show and stuff. So yeah, thanks. And
drinking man's fucking cherry coke.
I did not drink the cherry coke. Okay, Seghead, if anybody should happen to have, you know, roughly £1 that they could send Shugs because he lost the cherry coke in the past week, I'm getting the flack for it, although I've been all Sherlock Holmes trying to get someone to snitch on somebody about the coke. Shugs, you drank it. You must have drank it.
I reckon one of those motherfuckers know where it is, man.
I mean, you can't go around jacking up man's cherry coke.
Exactly.
It's not on.
Exactly.
Shugs does a lot for us, man, and you go jack up his cherry coke like that.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Whenever something goes missing from the fridge, I know who did it, and I can tell whoever it was. Like, I'm that guy. I'm the informant, but no one's drank it. No one's drank it.
The funny thing is, it was just Jason sent me a message saying, oh, yeah, man, Shugs is round here bro kicking people for the cherry coke.
He literally, what's the thing you put on the computer? Like, they stole my coke, so I destroyed their lives or something like that. It was just on the computer, he walked out, just left it on the screen.
Oh my God. I tell you, Shugs Vex is a funny sight, man. Just,
Not.
Anyway.
Not the same office as him.
Anyway, yeah, obviously the last big up has to go to Shugs. You know, he spends time and time editing the show. He's become just this savvy dude that just does it in an hour. like just bam, you know, we leave the show, then bam, fucking after 2 o'clock it's just there, you know, ready for the Americans when they wake up. So yeah, man, just got to big up Sugs again. Without him, this would not be happening. I can't do this shit by myself. Are you mad?
Know
so
that.
you know that. So big up Sugs. Yeah, man.
Fucking
Just,
brought them fake tablet.
And your Lidl net as well.
Yeah. Fucking little internet.
All right, listen, this is the anniversary show. Am I actually going to get... You have never given me any praise, yeah, from day one.
Yeah, so don't hold your
Do you know,
breath.
hold on, no. Do you know, Kinny, I would just like to give you a shout out and praise you for being top beg 2013.
You know what?
Yeah, I just had to praise you for having the driest foot on the internet.
And Kinny, I'll have to praise you just for Sugs having his hand up the right puppet and making the mouth move. It's a brilliant work.
You know what? Fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all anyway. I should do a Batista. This shit wouldn't run without me. This shit wouldn't run without me. Nothing would happen without
If you boo me, I'll boo you back.
I love this business. But now
Just read your own in the words of.
On the words that no, I haven't. No, I haven't. But yeah, man. On the real though, man. Yeah, man. I got to bless up Sugs though. Thanks for everything, bruv. You know, you helped me bring this, you know, dream forward. So yeah, man. Thanks, bruv. All right. So that's it. And yeah, in the words of is by Ric Flair, 1992 Royal Rumble win. So before we start, just got to say, shout out to Mean Gene. Put that cigarette out. And yeah, here we go. So in the words of Ric Flair, after winning Royal Rumble, I just want to say, after distorting the viewership of the belt, proclaiming to be the real world champion, I'm going to tell y'all, with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment in my life. When you walk around the world and they tell you, everybody, you're the number one. The only way to get to number one and the only way to stay to number one is to be number one. And this is the only title in the wrestling world that makes you number one. When you are the king of the WWF, you rule the world. Think about it like that. Like I said, this is the greatest moment in my life. And I want to jump. I want to party. But I gotta tell y'all like this, for the Hulk Hogans and the Macho Mans and the Pipers and the Sids, now it's Ric Flair, and you all pay homage to the man. Woo! I love it! I love it! Woo! And you can choke on that slap nuts. Woo!